speaking of LeBron James, captures his third NBA championship, third NBA Finals MVP. We all know about the accolades, the hardware. Given all that, where does he rank on your all-time list of NBA players?
I was just saying this in our sports office. I labored over this decision. I hate to be a prisoner of the moment, but I'm putting him number 2 behind Michael Jeffrey Jordan, who will never be surpassed. I don't care if someone wins 10 finals, because Jordan was my hero growing up, and that's the end of that. Six MVPs, 6 finals. You talk Larry Bird, you talk Magic Johnson, Kareem, Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. Got some numbers in front of me. Bird, 3 MVPs, 3 titles. Magic, 3 MVPs, 5 titles. Kareem, 6 titles, 6 MVPs. So Russell, what did Russell have? 11 titles. Some people have better accolades than him. LeBron's number 2, eyeball test. We've never seen anything like him on a basketball court, Mark. At 6'9", 240, to do the things that he can play 1 through 5. Much like Magic Johnson once did previously in his career. To win titles in 2 different cities, I think Kareem won early pre-Lakers, but none of these guys did that. To win one for his hometown. And the combination of points, assists, and rebounds, I mean, he is a complete player. And while his career is still ongoing, 13 years in, he still has some damage to do. I think when all is said and done, he comes in the league at 18. He's going to be top 10 in points, assists, rebounds, 3 titles, 2 different cities. So part of it also has to do, Mark, that I've seen him in person and grew up watching his whole career, much like Jordan, and I didn't see as much Bird, Magic, Kareem, Russell. So I'm going to put him 2.
I agree, because I also have him at number 2. At the risk of, as you said, being prisoner of the moment, I didn't see Larry Bird much. I certainly didn't see Russell or Wilt or Kareem much, or at all. But I have him at 2, behind Michael Jordan. And I think that the one thing, I'm not going to belabor this point, but if he does win 6 and has gone to 11 finals or whatever it is, I would entertain that he might be better than Jordan, because that's a long ways off. But what I will say is the reason I have him at 2 is in any sport, when there's athletes of today, now, I favor them. That's just what I do. Back then, back in the day, and I have respect for all those guys, Larry Bird, Magic, all of them. Back in the day, the athlete wasn't as superior as they are now. It just wasn't the case.
Right.
There's better technology. There's better nutritional information now. You could go different sports.
If Bird and LeBron played one-on-one today, you'd feel like LeBron would run circles around him.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let me go over my criteria for deciding who is the best of all time. I look at 2 things: resume and who would win in a one-on-one game. If the resume totally outweighs what I think would happen in the one-on-one game, I'll listen more to the resume. But when you look at a guy like Larry Bird and LeBron James, because I know they've been compared, I would think LeBron would blow by Larry Bird and dunk on his face. I know Larry would cut your heart out and eat it, and he makes the shots. But LeBron is a superior athlete, and I will go with that. The competition, I would guess, is much more fierce nowadays than it was back in the 80s. As far as depth goes, that's just a guess. I could be wrong. But I'm going to go with LeBron because of that, because of the time he plays and the competition he faces. And the other thing is, you take Bird off of some of the teams he was on, Magic off of those teams.
They all had great
They're probably
casts.
still all in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All those teams. You take LeBron off the Cavs, they have
very
no chance.
valuable.
No chance
Very,
at all.
very valuable.
So he's number 2.